Okay, so here we are. We're in the Chilterns, southeast of England, tail end of the bluebell season. It's all just starting to go. This wild garlic and the bluebells are starting to go. I did come down last week and I got some quite good images while it was still lush, I suppose is the best way to describe it. I have missed the bluebell season really, which is big for us down here in the southeast of England, in the Chilterns in particular. The reason is I've been away to the United States of America. I was contacted by a friend of mine, another photographer, Dave Roth, and he asked if I was interested in going to Tennessee, the Great Smoky Mountains. So I jumped at the opportunity, flew over to Boston, and we took a big overland journey in his camper van down to the Smoky Mountains. So my trip to the Smoky Mountains in Tennessee, the USA, I landed in Boston. Dave picked me up and we headed overland for about a 15-hour journey down towards the Smoky Mountains. On the journey we skirted around New York, which I came back to later on the return journey, and took some images there. And then we carried on past Washington till we finally came down to Tennessee and the National Park. So we were able to camp within the park itself. There were a number of sites available to us, and generally we toured around the area. On the second day of getting there, we managed to get some stunning views across the area, and I think you'll see why it's called the Smoky Mountains from the video. We spent some of this time photographing from the top the stunning mountain scenery, and then later on in the days we would go down underneath the tree canopies, and there would be amazing spring woodland with rivers and waterfalls running through them. The rest of the video shows some of the images that we managed to take or capture of the woodlands and the rivers running through the area with waterfalls and the likes. I do an editing video probably next week on some of the images that I curated during our time there, and that might be of interest to some people. We had the luxury of camping in Dave's rather luxurious camper van, and he was always ready to make a coffee after a hard morning slog down by the river. The terrain down by the rivers was quite arduous sometimes, and we spent a lot of the time inside in the river. In fact, unfortunately at one point I spent my time head first in the river after a log snapped from underneath my feet. Being a bit of a naive British photographer, I hadn't quite realised that there were a fair few bears creeping around. I'm not going to apologise for my shaky videoing, but I managed to get this shot of a bear quite nearby having a peek at us. Bit scary. There was so much nature and wildlife here: coyotes, deer, bears. A fair few mornings were spent trying to find that gorgeous light coming down through the tree canopy onto the rivers and the vegetation nearby. We spent an amazing evening, and the subsequent following sunrise in Dave's camper van. Just the layering view across the mountain ranges was just phenomenal. I think it encompasses quite a few states within the US that you can see in the distance. Hopefully you got something out of the little travel blog of the Great Smoky Mountains. So next week I'll do an edit of one of those Smoky Mountains videos, so you can see how I go about doing it. I use Lightroom, and quite often I try and keep it as natural as possible, so my editing is relatively subtle, I hope. And obviously there's the book if you're interested, which is called Order in the Chaos, which is an ebook, and if you have a look in the links down below, you should see a way of getting it. Basically, it's on my website. Yeah, so till next week, thank you for listening, and if you like the video, don't forget to subscribe.